I cannot wait to find out which animals from Zootopia 2 are the hot ones among the film Twitter crowd. Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we are chatting about the latest Disney animated film, Zootopia 2. This is a sequel to 2016's Oscar-winning film Zootopia, which so many people loved, including Celine's song. And I was a really big fan of that film too. I really loved this film that was able to bring about some very relevant social commentary and issues into an animated film and being able to make people laugh. I thought it was a really wonderful film. I am still sad that Moana did not win that year, but that's okay. We love Zootopia. Well, they are back with Zootopia 2 almost 10 years after the release, but this one has truly already kind of shattered records. I think I last saw that this has made over $500 million at the box office, which is crazy. But hey, people love Disney, people love their animated films, and we love people going to the movie theaters, so we can celebrate that. Zootopia 2 has a lot of wonderful cast members coming back for the project, including Jennifer Goodwin, Jason Bates, Shakira, Idris Elba, Alan Tudyk, Nate Torrance, Don Lake, Bunny Hunt, and Jenny Slate, along with newcomers Ke Kwan, Fortune Femster, Andy Samberg, and more. So if you remember from Zootopia, we follow Judy Hopps, the little bunny who became the first police officer who was a rabbit in the Zootopia land. She was able to bust down a big conspiracy in town with her foxy friend Nick. And so in this film, these two are on the police force. They are Hopps and Wild, Wild and Hopps, and this pretty much picks up a week after they solved that first big case in Zootopia, and they're eager to find something new to work on. And lucky for them, something does fall into their laps. Judy discovers that there may be a snake roaming around Zootopia, which is quite rare because snakes have not been in the area for over 100 years. And so once again, these two have to team up and uncover another mystery with the help of a few people. I thought this film was very cute, very silly, very fun. I was laughing at a number of jokes. There was another grown man sitting behind me who was also really getting into this, so I'm happy for the both of us that we connected on this one. But I think that there are a lot of great little gags and puns and background actions that are happening all the time. I love that Judy and Nick are kind of being punished in the beginning and they need to go to like a partner's therapy session, and I just love seeing all of these mismatched pairings among these police squads. It's very funny to see an elephant and a mouse be paired up. But in general, this film is very much more so focused on Judy and Nick's relationship. That first film, it was pretty much them meeting and learning how they can work together. This one very much is a continuation of that. And they are going through a bit of a rough patch. Judy is kind of always the go-getter. She's ready to go. She doesn't necessarily ever consult with Nick because she is just so hyper-focused on reaching her goals and doing what she has to do. Whereas Nick, he's a laid-back fox. He really doesn't want to stress out about stuff, and he keeps trying to push and pull with her, and it doesn't really work, so there's a little bit of conflict that arises between the two of them. Eventually, these two get to a place where they're actually able to open up and talk with each other, and I found it very sweet. Just as the first movie had very interesting societal commentary, I found this one did as well. This one talks about displacement, pushing people out, segregating them in many instances, especially with this reptile community that is not welcome whatsoever in Zootopia because of something that happened in the past. And I don't think it's very hard to see where this commentary fits in with our current times. I really appreciate the way that they're able to talk about these oftentimes very hard issues in our society, still put that comedic spin on it while very much talking about things that are super relevant and need to be talked about, frankly. In this story, you have a very powerful family of lynx who control the town. They're the ones who are credited with creating Zootopia. However, that may or may not be entirely true, and that is what this snake friend is trying to accomplish by stealing this very important book that essentially lays out how Zootopia is built, and they're trying to show that actually a member of my family may be the one who created this. And as we go on this journey, as Judy and Nick are trying to go after this snake, not because they want to stop it, but because they actually want to help it. I love this journey through Zootopia that we get. I think it is a great world builder. I think it expands our views from the first film and really showcases all the different terrain that these animals live in, which, I mean, I find it very creative. Like, again, so many great puns in the background. This marsh world where a lot of sea creatures and underwater creatures live in is almost kind of like Tiana and the Frog vibes to it. And again, it's here where we see these conversations about segregation, displacement, etc. that I find really shines within this film. But so many other areas are great too. At one point, Judy and Nick find themselves in this mountainous area, and who do they run into? A bunch of mountain goats wearing lederhosen with their best German accents. I thought that that was such a great little gag. I loved this whole gorgeous setting that was behind them, very Alps village-like. But I think my truly favorite part of this film were all of the different movie references. I mean, we got The Shining toward the end with one of the Lynx members as he is going through a wintry maze. We even had the literal soundtrack from The Shining playing in this, and I lost it. I was so happy with that. We've got The Silence of the Lambs as Nick is going through a prison and he runs into the former bad guy of the first movie, and I loved it. I thought that was so great. A great nod to Hannibal Lecter. And there was even a little Ratatouille nod in there too, which was so funny. I love it. In addition to our very lovely snake friend, who is voiced by Ki Kwan, who I just thought did a great job. He made this character very endearing. We also have this beaver conspiracy theorist slash podcaster named Nibbles, who I thought was just so wonderful. I thought she was absolutely hilarious, just said the most awkward and weird things at every and any turn, and each time it worked so perfectly. So 10 out of 10 Nibbles. Overall, I give Zootopia 2 4 out of 5 stars. Maybe it wasn't as great as the first film because, yeah, for the most part it may be reheating its own nachos, but I thought it was funny, I thought it was cute, I thought it had some great messaging in there, and what more could you ask for? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I will see you here next time.